Welcome back to another daily code breakdown. Today we are tackling the number of substrings containing all three characters. Before we jump in, as always, if you get confused at any point, just drop a comment down below and I will reply and help you out. Here is the official problem page, but let me break down the rules visually so it is much easier to digest. We are given a string made entirely of the letters A, B, and C. Our job is to count how many substrings we can form that contain at least one of every single letter. For example, if we look at just the first three letters, that makes a perfectly valid group. If we add the next letter, making it 4 letters long, that is also a valid group because it still has at least one of each. Now, checking every single combination one by one like this would just be way too slow to pass the test cases. So let us look at our first efficient method, which is a sliding window approach. Imagine a window that expands to the right until it finally traps all 3 letters inside. Here is the secret trick for this problem. Once a window is valid, any extra letters we add onto the right side will also keep it valid. That means we don't need to count those longer strings manually. We can just use a quick math formula to add all those extensions at once. After adding to our total, we shrink the window from the left until it breaks, and then repeat the whole process. We will walk through this logic in Python first, but stick around for Java, C++, and JavaScript at the end of the video. Here is the full code for the sliding window method. Let us break down what each part is doing. We start by setting up a frequency map to count our letters, a running total, and our left pointer. Then we loop our right pointer through the string, adding the current letter to our frequency counts. As long as our current window has at least one of every letter, we do that math trick to instantly add all valid extensions to our total. Inside that same loop, we subtract the leftmost letter from our counts, and slide the left pointer forward to check for new, tighter windows. Let us trace this. We expand until our right pointer hits index 2, giving us our first complete group. The string length is 6, so we take 6 minus our right pointer at index 2, which instantly adds 4 valid combinations to our total. Now there is actually an even cleaner way to think about this problem, called last position tracking. Instead of maintaining a sliding window, we simply record the exact index where we last saw each specific letter. As we scan through the string, if we take the lowest index out of those 3 last seen positions, that gives us the exact start of the shortest valid group ending here. Since any starting point before that minimum index also works, we just add that minimum index plus 1 to our total. This makes the code incredibly short and elegant, as you can see here. We initialize an array to hold our last seen positions, setting them all to -1 so they don't count until we actually see the letters. For every letter we encounter, we calculate its index in our array and update its last seen spot to our current position. Then we immediately find the minimum position among all 3 letters and add 1 plus that minimum to our running total. This neatly handles edge cases too, because if a letter hasn't appeared yet, its position is still -1. 1 plus -1 equals 0, meaning we safely add nothing to our total, exactly as we should. For both methods, the time complexity is order n, where n is the length of the string, and the space complexity is order 1, because we only store exactly 3 positions. So the key takeaways here are that finding one valid substring can unlock many others mathematically, and tracking last seen indexes is a great trick to simplify sliding window problems. Real quick, I recently switched to this faster-paced microslide format. Please let me know in the comments if you prefer this style. And remember, this channel uses AI so I can post these the second a problem drops. Alright, as promised, let us quickly look at the code for other languages, which you can easily copy and paste from my website in the description. Here is the full Java implementation using that awesome last position tracking trick. Next up, we have the incredibly similar C++ version. And finally, here is the JavaScript solution to round things out. If you want to help support my goal of covering every Leetcode problem, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/Leetcode daily. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.